Hello guys, it's been a while since my last macro analysis on Bitcoin and market in overall. As you can see, my previous assumptions and predictions regarding the Bitcoin's further descending and some of the major reversal altcoins setups, they played out well and brought us a lot of profit. Those people who follow me on my Twitter account, they experienced one of the best shorts of the market. We shorted successfully some juicy assets like Waves, Rune, Mina, and even KNC. Those were very successful and juicy for us. And now I guess it is time to make another macro analysis of this situation on the market and from the technical perspective, figure out what should be our actions and where can we find our macro bottom and maybe reversal and accumulation zone. So let's look at Bitcoin first. What can I say? Right before, first of all, we should mention that Bitcoin is staying in our giant range from 2021, and we were holding this successfully, and a lot of people thought that this is going to be our major support. Also, a day before we lost this support, ranges support, I posted this scenario on my Twitter account, trying to guess where we will find our bottom of this descending phase of this cycle. And I try to explain why I think it's going to be in the area between $23,000-$24,000. Why we should not be able to reach the logical 19,000 support area. I'm not telling that it is impossible and we won't get there. Maybe we will descend consecutively and we'll reach that area in the end, but I think there are some reasons to consider that we will not. And let's look at those reasons. First of all, why did I choose this variant? It is just a guess, but I have to mention it. For now, it worked out well. As you see, we broke 24,000. Where did I write it? Yes, it's right here. That day I put this support line trying to guess where we can stop, and we almost got there, and I guess this zone is going to be somewhere here. This is going to be our bottom, I think. This zone between this is going to be our bottom, but I'm not sure. It is just a guess, and here are my reasons why. So let's get back to this one, this chart. Why exactly this one? First of all, we have to look at this giant range from 2021 that we are sliding through the whole year and more. We should remember that the market maker always follows the mood of the crowd and crypto community, and also their narratives. And when one narrative becomes common for the crypto community, they use this narrative against us. So basically, like here, when we were dropping here, a lot of people were waiting with their bids here at 29,000, but the market maker didn't get us the chance to fill our bids there. So when we came here, we finally started to approach this major support zone of this range, global range. A lot of people started to accumulate here and open their longs, and the market makers knows that, and he tries to use that against us. What does market maker know? He activates its trick here on us. Oh, the market maker knows that there are two types of people here that are playing on the macro level. Um, Even though the professional and decorated traders and investors, there are two types of people. The first type of people is the ones who think that we are going to reverse and go up from here. And those people start bidding, start buying here and spot, and even opening longs here, because it seems like a safe area to start accumulating, because we have this range, we have the intersection of supports here, the global range support and global trend line support. What can be better? But the market maker slows down the velocity of the price here, and we start sliding here and holding here, allowing those people to accumulate and open their longs. And there is also the second type of people who think that 20,000, 19,000 zone and area is going to be our global bottom, and they place their longs and bids here. And that is logical, actually. If I didn't have another data, technical data from previous cycles, I would also think that we would come here, and I don't know whether we will come there or not. But there are two types of people who, one of them, they enter here, and the rest of them, they wait for the price here. So what the market makers does, he allows that first group of people to accumulate here and open their longs, and they squeeze them, trigger their stop losses, and showing the giant middle finger to those who wait here, and they absorb the price higher back up, leaving them without their bids filled, and the rest of the people in fear. So this is why I drew this kind of scenario. Oh, sorry. This kind of scenario that I think that we won't reach 20,000, 19,000 zone. Why? Also, it is very unlikely for the market maker to allow us to go here, because if it has not enough power, or some other market makers of some funds interfere here, and they interfere into the movement, and the central market makers won't be able to hold the price above the 20,019 zone, then we will fall below 19,000, and falling below 19,000 is very dangerous for the market makers, because it opens the gate where we drop to our next giant support level around 14,000. This is where is a big amount of limit orders were placed. So this is going to be our next support, global support, from which we can go up. But technically and psychologically and mathematically, going there is not beneficial for the market maker, and that is why he should be cautious to allow us going there, because it is not like the previous cycle in 2018, when with this movement the market maker could cause any panic from retail investors like us. who would sell there, because people know now that Bitcoin is not going anywhere and it is going to grow further. So people will use this dump and panic to fill their bags to buy here. The lower the better for them, and the market maker cannot allow this, because the huge giant funds, they bought higher or at this zone. And also, if the market is going to buy hugely here, the market makers and huge funds won't be able to fill their bags, because everybody is going to buy. So the crowd will steal their liquidity. They cannot allow this to happen. So they have to choose their strategy wisely here. That is why I drew this type of, and we actually broke this global range as I predicted the day before, and I think that we are going to be back, and maybe we will be drawing something lower, and then finally we will reach resistance here, and we will break it and push through the offer, either here reclaiming this level and going further, or we will retest this resistance, or even this global trend lines resistance, get rejected, then get back here. And the worst scenario is going when we come here and end up here. So we have to play this level by level, but I think we technically did not have the meaning to go below 20,000, because first of all, there's another rule. If you turn on this nonlinear regressional curve, you will find out one more thing here. Let's turn on the logarithmic one. What do we see here? This chart helped me to find the global top. If you see this global trend line, it worked as always perfectly for me. It showed me where is going to be our global top and reversal. And as you see, one more thing, this 200 EMA 200 moving average line always gets hit. We always hit it as support, as you see here. We'll change the color to be okay, like this. Here also we can break it, but we reclaim it very fast. We were riding it a lot of times. So basically we are set to find our bottom somewhere around that support band, this yellow band, as you see, and it is exactly at our mentioned 23,000 zone. As I mentioned, our probable support here. We can break it for a while here, but we will reclaim it anyway. So, and another reason why we shouldn't break 19,000 zone is if you look at our previous cycles, each time we break, we change the cycles. Here is the first cycle, the second cycle here, and our third cycle now. And what we can notice from that, each new cycle is each new ascending cycle's length is lower, is smaller than the previous ones. And each time we break our previous cycle's all-time high, we draw the new all-time high, and when we switch into this descending phase of the cycle, we never cross the previous cycle's all-time high. As you see, this is the 2013-2014 cycle's all-time high. This is where was the next cycle's bottom. The all-time high was around 1,163, and the bottom was around 3,100. See, the next one, our previous cycle's all-time high was 19,000, and now we are around 30, and our lowest point here was 25,000, and if we touch, we will break that rule if we touch 19,000 area. So, and we haven't broken it before. This is another reason why we shouldn't touch or break 20,000, 19,000 area. Plus, another one reason why we shouldn't go that deep is, as I said, we are endangered to lose the 19,000, and we cannot have another giant drop below, because a lot of altcoins they have already reached the near zone of their global bottom. Some of the new altcoins have already broke their all-time lows, and they are in the exploration of their bottoms. So I think that the altcoins can have the last bottom, or the last dump, one more leg down, but that's it. But it is possible. But only if Bitcoin holds above 22,000. If it goes below 19,000, it will be the devastation of all the altcoins on the market, and I don't think that anybody is ready for that. Not only the retail investors, but also the strong funds that govern this area. So it is not beneficial for them. So we have to keep that in mind. For now, if you remember who follows me on Twitter, after that spilling dump, when the altcoins faced their huge descending, I showed this near chart showing you that the candle that we closed with on the daily chart, and we left a long week, a long red week, and this week is not uncovered. And from my science, from my knowledge, TA knowledge that I share with you, and in my private channel I share more of my knowledge, we always cover this red weeks. That means that we will can recover a little bit to $7.50 to $8-9, but we will be back to this trend line, this red trend line around $4 for a near coin. So the same is going to be with the majority of altcoins, Bitcoin and others. So we have to keep that in mind. As you see, Bitcoin also left this uncovered week, and we will have to recover it sooner or later. I don't know how our weekly is going to close here, but the previous one has left this week, and that means that we will be back for it. It means that we can do, what can we do now? Just let's look at it. We can have show some strength to mess people up, and we will be back above here and cover this uncovered week. I don't know whether we will find bottom here or we will go even lower, like I said, descending gradually, showing us something like here, and then push up. But we will be back to cover this week anyway. That's how the things work here, and that's what I always explain to you in my videos, in my tutorials and other stuff. Also, there was another reason that allowed me to understand and predict that Bitcoin is going to lose this uh, uh, global range and trend line right a few days before we actually broke it. It was one of my coins. As I always say, if some information, some situation on the market is not clear to you, scroll through your altcoins that you follow, some top altcoins or others, and they will show you some setups that will be clear and understandable for you, and they will show you the market's further direction. So one of those altcoins is Akash Network, AKT. I follow it and I even started accumulating it at $1. But gradually I start with small buys, and the lower we go, the more I buy with higher amounts. And we cannot find a good chart on Kraken because it is new there, but we have one on Ascendix exchange, and this is where I predicted 4 months ago that AKT is going to come to at least $1 back, and even 50 cents, 55, 50 cents, but it went a little bit lower. At Kraken it was around 30 cents, but on Ascendix I found out something interesting. You see this candle, this giant spilling candle, it was right before the market, the Bitcoin and altcoins dumped hard. It was a day or two before we actually dumped. As soon as I saw this, you can say, well, this is simply the Sandex exchange's liquidity lack. This is why we drew this huge wick. But as I always say, these things, yeah, I agree that it is the lack of liquidity, but these weeks are never accidental. If we drew this kind of week, it means that the pressure on this asset is high, and we are going to go to that week and cover it. So when I saw this week, when everything was fine on the general market, I knew that the market is going to dump, Bitcoin is going to lose its global supports, and we should start buying AKT around 20 cents. I knew that it reached 30 cents at Kraken, but I didn't buy because I saw this chart, a Sandex chart, and I know now that this chart can be my indicator for the overall market, because I know that when AKT is going to be back to this 18 cents and 20 cents area, when it covers this week fully, I don't know whether we go lower or not, but I know 100% that we will come to it to cover this week. And when we do, I'm going to buy heavily AKT, and I'm going to buy some other altcoins that I am planning on and I share it in my private group, and sometimes I share it on my Twitter. So there are some things that I share there, and there are that I share everywhere. So as you see, a lot of altcoins and situations, weeks like this, are always to follow, and they always tell us a lot about the further market directions. Never ignored them. That is why I think it is logical for buying AK Akash around 18-20 cents, and it will be back to $1+ anyway upon the retest of this global counter trend line, and we'll go further. Who knows? Because I have a strong belief in this company and the demand that is going to happen to this company in the new bull run. So let's look at some of the altcoins to figure out what can be its bottom and where we have to buy safely, especially if you are trying to accumulate for a longer term. Let's look at Solana, our popular and trending Solana. It has a lot of problems lately with their transaction speed, but I think that is a temporary issue, and closer to our global market reversal and the ignition of the new bull run, a lot of companies will appear that are going to help Solana to resolve their problems, issues like Ethereum had. They just wait for their right time. So as you remember from my previous analysis or Twitter, I predicted that Solana is going to be around $40-50, no matter whether you believe it or not. When we were around $100, $120, I told you that because I drew, let me dismiss this indicator, I drew these global trend lines, and you know from my who follows my lessons, we always come to those trend lines. So there were two global trend lines here. This one, the red one, and the orange one, and we perfectly hit this $39-40 Solana support of the trend line. But these trend lines, we can reach them, when we always reach them sooner or later, but they are not 100% our support. We can lose them. So definitely Solana is going to retest this line again. Why? Because we left this uncovered week, red week, and we always cover them, and we can come to it, retest it, and go back up and go higher, or we can lose it, and we will find, I think that we will find Solana's bottom around $23-19. This is going to be, as you see, our horizontal support here channel we have. I think that Solana has to do one more leg down, final leg down, where we can already start building some accumulation zone and continue the ascending, start the new cycle. But that's are just my hopes here, because 100% I tell you that the price of Solana will be back to $40 for 39, but it is a safe place to buy, by the way, as I told you many times. If you are buying for the longer terms, I think that Solana is going to be around $500-700 by the during the next super cycle peak. But so you can buy here, but you should be prepared if it goes even lower to $20, $18. That would be perfect. We would break this counter trend line local here and would go for the recovery like this. So be prepared. It's up to you to decide, but I have to mention to you that we still got room to go lower here. But definitely $20 Solana is a good buy for a longer term. You can buy a Solana there and you can long it like we long Bitcoin before, and increase the quantity of your Solana in your wallet by the time it goes parabolic and goes back up. So let's back to Link. Another my prediction came to life. I told you that many times that Link is going to $5 and it came there. I didn't buy here because I have some doubts about Link. I mean, it will be the general and the Google of crypto, as I say, because it provides services for all the crypto projects and companies. But we have to be prepared that there are a lot of ecosystems that have already released their oracles, like the ones like Chainlink, but they claim that Chainlink is not that decentralized. That is actually centralized, and those alternatives, those competitors, like Near provides and other companies, they claim to be truly decentralized. So there can be some battle here that will happen between Link and some other similar projects like GRT or Flux protocol and others. Also, this chart of Link doesn't look quite promising to me, because Link had an excessive upside movement, very big formation of deviation here, kind of, and it looks kind of heavy for me. So I don't think Link is going to be that popular in the upcoming bull run and cycle. I mean, of course, it is going to go with the market, but as you see, according to this global trend line that we follow, this trend line will show us where the price of Link is going to be in the next years. And Link is not looking that parabolic. It means that the price is going to move slowly, kind of. It's going to be very slowly. It will need some 27, 28 years of 2027, 2028 to reach $50 again, our previous all-time high. It is kind of too long. There are more assets that show us more parabolic formations and showing us that we will reach those all-time highs in the 2024, 2025 years sooner. About Link, $5 is a safe buy in my opinion, but you see that we have left this uncovered weak. We will be back to it sooner or later, and even we have the chance of breaking it, and will come to $2-3, maybe. I'm not claiming it. I think I say that there is a chance, and then when we will be breaking this global counter trend line, and then yes, we will reclaim this global trend line test it as support. If successful, we go back up and start sliding back and going up and down like we do until the next parabolic formation and next super cycle. So you have to be prepared that you can buy at $5 easily. It will be a safe long-term investment, but you have to be prepared that you will have to wait for a little bit and not to be scared if we come to $3 or even $2. Don't be scared, simply. But $5 is fine. Let's get to Near. As I told you, Near was trending lately, so it started the descending a little bit later than other coins. Now it's still, I told you that we have left this, let's look at it, we dumped below the previous range and we are still now in the lower range. And what I can expect from here, that we retest it as resistance. If we don't break it and get rejected, we go straight low, and upon the retest of this $3-4 global trend line, that is going to be our support. In the worst scenario, we will reach $2, I don't think $2, maybe $2.30, $2.40. I would say that $2.40, $3 area is a great area to accumulate near. It is a very promising project, promising ecosystem that is thriving and creating and releasing a lot of competitive products. I'm following them and I share with my subscribers in my private channel some of those promising projects that we invest in by our desire, who wants to invest them. I never say nobody to invest in something. I just share my opinions. People decide themselves always. So near has to be bought around $2.40 to $33, or at least at this global trend line, supporting line. I think we will be back there, and the weekly candle tells us this, that we will be back, especially if we cannot break back this range resistance and we remain below this range. So I guess now you know. Let's look then at Akala. Akala has no much history here, but this is an asset of interest, because with Akala and Karura on Kusama, those assets they provide the liquid staking of the Polkadot, and they have their stable coins AUSD. You can check them out on their website. So Akala is definitely an asset to follow or even accumulate during this descending phase, because almost all of the top funds have this asset in their portfolio, even Coinbase Ventures. We thought maybe 80,000. This asset has no much trading history. That is why it is hard to define where its bottom is going to be or to assess some trading patterns. But from what we see here, we expected before that Akala is going to be back to 80 cents, and it went back here, but the market dumped and it went lower, and now we have our new bottom. We can be sliding, but we will be back to 30 cents, and I think it is a good spot to buy. I don't know if we go lower, but 30 cents is a safe long-term buy for me. If you buy it and hold for a year or two, you will be beneficial. You will earn and you won't lose your money. Okay, then let's look at Polkadot. Well, with Polkadot happened the story that I warned you about in November, when a lot of people locked their assets for 2 years. I told you that the liquidity will be withdrawn from the market, the important trading liquidity. So it went straight below down. So it is not surprising to me that we came here. I think $7. We broke our global trend line here. It is okay. We always break it, and we can slide here. We will definitely recover this week sooner or later. Even if we go here, try to show some growth, we will be back to it anyway. So if you think you missed your opportunity to buy here, you are wrong. You will have your chance. I don't know if it goes to $4 here, $4.50, $5. If it goes there, you definitely have to buy. $4-5, definitely you will be safe. But if we do not, we find this bottom, we start consolidating here, showing some major accumulation, you have to buy here to $7. $5-7 is a safe and good price for Polkadot. And why? Because we know that this trend line shows us where is going to be our target for the growth in the next years. So if you buy here, you know that the price of this asset will come in the coming years to this line anyway. Sooner or later we will find it here. So that's about Polkadot. Let's look at Atom. I don't think I have a full chart here of Atom. That is why it will be a little bit hard to assess it. But you see, we held our global trend line, and I don't think that it will necessarily hold like the others. So we will recover this, and maybe we'll come here at $5+ I don't think we will come to $2. It would be too juicy for you and for market makers, but somewhere here, definitely $5-7 is a buy for Atom, because in July or August they are going to provide or enact a proposal for those who stake Atom on private wallets, not on centralized exchanges but on decentralized only. For those who stake Atom, they will be not only eligible for the rewards, staking rewards, they also will be eligible for all the Cosmos ecosystem airdrops. So whenever a Cosmos ecosystem new project launches it, all the Atom stakeholders and stakers will receive in their wallets a part of this airdrop for free, and that is a good motivation for the price to be on for the asset to be on demand and for the price to grow. That is why Atom has to be as a must-have asset in your portfolio. Okay, what else we want to look at? Maybe, I don't know. It is hard also to assess the ref finance asset. The one of the near ecosystem is a central asset of the central platform that provides services for near stablecoin USN. I guess we will find this is my previous prediction for ref to reach generally the price that we reached bottom. I don't know if it's going to be our bottom, but based on the monthly, I think it is not the end. The ref finance is going a little bit lower. I don't know how much lower. That will depend on our monthly close, but I think we still can go up to this triangle. Use this triangle to define. Ref finance is good asset to have in your portfolio, especially if we buy for such low prices. You see it's all-time high here, and the medium price that it has, point of control, around $4-5. So you can buy this if we stay within this triangle, descending triangle, falling wedge, whatever you call it. We have reject here and go lower, you can buy. It is too low. I don't think we will get there. 5 cents, but 10-20 cents, I guess it is maybe we'll reach it. I don't know. If you draw this triangle and follow it, you can find the best entries for this asset, and these are very juicy entries. If you are able to get them, definitely buy here. And this is what we will have here, and we will go up when we reverse, the market reverses. So this is a great opportunity, and you can stake those ref on their platform, whatever you want. Let's look at Keep. I don't know, I lost my faith in this asset because they created too many assets like New Cipher, Keep, T threshold. So I told you and predicted for many times that Keep is going to this support zone, and it came there. My work here is done. It is up to you to decide whether to invest in this asset or not. I think that 18 cents for this asset is a good buy for a longer term. You will get your $1.5-2. If you're interested, then buy it, stake it, whatever you want to do with it. What else we got to look here? Coin. This is a very popular lately, this coin, especially my tutor advised me to buy it lately. Not lately, before the dump. She bought it for 50 cents. Now it is worth 164. It was more than $3. Great run. It is the Telegram founders coin. They're developing it, and it will have its attention and success, but I think buying it higher than $1 is not my story. I'm looking for more underpriced assets, and assets with great potential. If it reaches $1, I will buy it, but I don't want to buy it higher because it has an extensive token supply, a few billion tokens, but we never know where it's going to go. If it comes to 50 cents, it is a total buy, but I doubt it. We are lucky if we get at least $1 for a ton coin. Not much to analyze here because the chart is fresh. Okay, what else can we watch here to make any predictions or targets? Okay, let's go to Mina. This is asset of interest to me. I'm going to accumulate it, and I didn't even start it yet. Maybe I'm missing out, but when we lost this, let's find it. The lowest point that Mina reached here was 83 cents. That was great. I shared before that Mina is going to dump to $1 back, and I was right. I was shorting it from $3.50 to $2.30. A lot of people were following me, criticizing for that short, telling me that it is going to the moon. I know it is going to the moon, but not now, because the market dictates, and I am a technical trader. As you see, I had my reasons to start shorting here, and I got it to until here, and I'm going to buy it here. So now, if we recover here, we found it the bottom around even 80 cents. When we lost this, I thought that maybe, and we dived under this line, black line, I thought that probably we can go lower, probably to 50 cents or so. So I didn't buy, and I kind of regretted this decision, but we will find out a lot when we see the outcome here. If we break this line, this resistance line, we will find resistance at 131. Probably we will reject here and go lower to retest this support as a line of support already, and find again $1 or 80 cents. I don't know where we 66 cents. So I think this area is for buying totally. Any price below $1 for me is for buying. So if you believe in it, buy it. Maybe gradually, as we are supposed that we are near bottom. So split your equity that you are going to invest in Mina in two halves. One half when we reach here, and the other hold in case we go lower a little bit to 66.50 cents. If we don't go there, you see the reversal, then buy it around 80, 90, $1. So Mina is in a good spot of buying if we get back to $1 and below. We are at $1.09 now. I would buy around 90 cents or 80-90 cents. It's a buy. Even if it goes lower, you will have to rebuy here at 60-67 cents again. For now, it is highly dependent on the market, but you know that won't last forever, and Mina will have its time, it will have its popularity, and you will be happy to buy below $1 one day. Okay, let's get back to our favorite RAN. I have predicted this to happen and RAN to come to this zone many times. I told you on my Twitter account that 8.19 cents is a must for buying RAN. It is an accumulation zone, and we have it now. I think we touched exactly this line, this is support at 12 cents. Whoa, at 12 cents. It was a good buy for the RAN that is going to that released its um, decentralized exchange and liquidity provider Warren, and it is going to launch its platform Catalogify uh, very soon. So Ren is going to be on fire in the next bull run. So definitely, of course, I think we will go a little bit lower here if markets goes there, then as I drew here. So buying it at 10 or 7 cents Ren, it is a good buy. It is a tasty buy. I don't think we go lower. Even if we go, we will recover very fast. And we are approaching this global contra trend line that is going to be, when we break it, we will go up. We will start the reversal since we break this blue counter trend line. So definitely don't miss your chance to buy here, somewhere here, this zone, 7, 10, 12 cents. This is going to be our buy for Ren, and hold it for a few years, at least for 2 years at least. You will be satisfied with the Ren's behavior. It's going to be it is going to back to its all-time high. I'm kind of sure about this. Maybe we should turn on Kijun Sen. Yes, we have this resistance, reclaim, and maybe we'll go higher. I don't know. I just know that we are near the Ren's bottom, and we have to use that opportunity to the fullest. So also I am looking to buy sushi. I have my plans. This project was not that successful, especially as they had their disputes here within the team. Now it has become more like the community driven token, and they have proposed the Sushi 2.0 program. Let's look at it here. Sushi swap, the trade. Okay, Sushi 2.0, a restructure for the road ahead. Definitely read about it if you are interested in sushi. I'm going to buy sushi and long it. I mean, I'm going to buy for a good price and increase my bag of sushi by longing it with a safe lowest leverage, but increasing the amount of sushi I hold, and going to hold it until the market goes parabolic and reaches the peak of the ascending formation. So I think sushi is a trend asset, and whatever it is going to develop, whether good or bad, it is going to go according to the market. And at some point, even if it performs badly, some manipulators or smart money will pump it at some point. And it has a great trend line that shows us where the price is going to be in the next 2-3 years, and I am very satisfied with what I see. You see, we have sushi has the opportunity to have another leg down. For example, we recover here to this black line, get rejected there, and we will back here at least at $1. Sushi is a buy, total buy, but I have no proof that it will hold it. If the market goes bad and goes highly volatile and goes down, then it will follow, and definitely sushi will fall to 46 cents, and it is a total buy. You definitely have to buy there if you get that chance. You can split your capital in two if you want to buy sushi. For example, you want to invest $1,000 in it, So if it comes to $1, you buy for $500. If it falls back lower to 50 cents, you buy there for another $500, and you are good to go. You are safe. When it starts recovering, here accumulation, reversal, and it will be back to $2.53 anyway. And we also have another milestone here. Of course, we will meet this counter trend line. We'll get rejected at some point. We'll go for another liquidity here, and when we finally break it, reach $5, it is a great zone where we know if we get rejected here and close below it, we will go back down. If we break it and reclaim it, retest it, we are going highly up. This $5 zone is magnificent. You can open shorts or longs upon it based on what you see from the candle formation analysis. You can find those lessons in my private channel. So okay, basically I guess I covered all of it. Let's look at the crypto market cap one more time. Here, what do we have here? Okay, crypto market cap came to the R3 zone that I was talking about for months. For months I was preparing you, and I warned you that the price of crypto market cap, I mean the level will be reached. The $1 trillion market cap is going to be reached, and we have those two splendid trend lines, and I think we will retest them at some point. Maybe we will have some recovery here. We'll meet this green local counter trend line. We will be back here, either retest it and go up, or we will find capitulation here. Upon this intersection, we'll find the support and reverse here and go up. I think we won't be lowered to this 765 billion zone. I don't think so. It would be kind of not pleasant for the market health in general. But everything is possible. I think this is going to be a great reversal and support zone. So keep that in mind. Ask any questions you have. Subscribe to my Twitter account. The link to it will be in my description here. And good luck to you guys.